Hey guys, so I know today went really fast. I wanted to give you a little bit of homework help as well as some free problems. So if you can go find in your workbooks page 17, okay, we're actually going to do this problem up here together. I'm actually going to do it with you. So you're getting a free problem, which is kind of cool, okay? Okay, so if we take a look, this was, by the way, when we did distance formula. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing on this section. So we need to figure out which segments over here are congruent. Okay, is AB the same length as JK or GH? Which one of these three are equal to each other? That's what congruent means. Congruent means that they are the same length. Okay, the same length. So that's why we're going to do the distance formula. Okay, so remember the distance formula, if you like the distance formula better, you're going to take the two x's and subtract them. You're going to take the two y's and subtract them. Square those numbers and add them together, and then square root it when you're finished. Okay, it's just the Pythagorean theorem. So I've got a lot of work I have to do before I can actually answer part A, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to try to squeeze this in over here. So let's start with AB and see if we can find the length of AB, okay? And I'm going to use the distance formula to do this one. So let's see. Point A is -1, 5. Point B is over here at 7, 4. Okay, so those are the 2 points that I'm going to use. So I'm going to do the square root of, according to my formula, okay, I'm going to do my x's first. So 7 minus -1, and I'm going to square that answer, plus 4 minus 5, and I'm going to square that answer. Okay. 7 minus -1 is going to be, I'm going to have to go this way. I'm out of space already. But this is going to be an 8 squared. 4 minus 5 is -1 squared. And so this is going to be 64 plus 1, which is 65. So the length of AB, let's go write this over here, is the square root of 65. Okay, so one more time, that came from 8 squared, which is 64, plus 1. Okay, so the square root of 65. Whoops, I'm off the screen. Okay, let's go find the length of JK. Okay, this point is back here at -2, 1. This point is at 6, 2. And let's go do the distance formula. 6 minus -2, and then 2 minus 1. Okay, 6 minus -2 is going to be another 8. So I've got 8 squared, plus 2 minus 1 is positive 1 squared, and 64 plus 1 is another 65. So JK is also the square root of 65. Okay. Let's go find GH. Okay, now some of you prefer to do the Pythagorean theorem, so I just want to show you what that looks like. Okay, if you're going to do triangles, if we did that with A and B, I would go straight down and straight across, and so it's a 1. Notice my pinky's pointing at the 1 for AB, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squared. So 1 squared and 8 squared, I would still get the square root of 65. If you're going to do Pythagorean theorem with J and K, and I draw my triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, by 1 again, 8 squared, 1 squared, again is 65. Let's go find GH. I'm thinking that GH is going to be a different length, but let's go verify. So I'm going to draw a triangle. I'm going to make this one blue. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so here's my triangle. Let me get that colored in. You can see it. And let's count. How tall is this triangle? You can't really tell that it's blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my triangle is 7 squared plus 1 wide. 7 squared is 49. 1 squared is 1. And so that's the square root of 50. Okay, so that's a totally different answer. So, which two are congruent? The answer to part A is AB and JK. Okay, so AB, by the way, this is the symbol to congruent. It's an equal sign with a little wavy thing over it. That means congruent. Okay, so AB is congruent to JK. And what is that length? That length is the square root of 65. If I find a calculatore, okay, and I type that in, the square root of 65 is about 8.06. This, by the way, is an approximately equal to symbol, not exactly the same thing, okay? But there you go. Hopefully that helps a little bit if you were stuck on distance formula, okay?